What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the collaborative project from Billy Woods and DJ Preservation entitled Aethiopes. Now, I'm familiar with both of these artists. I've been familiar with Billy Woods since I heard, was it Paraffin back in 2017 that Arm & Hammer dropped? Arm & Hammer being him and Elucid. I want to say that was the title of that album. I remember it was the cover of a sister with her holding a child, with, I believe, something spray painted in the back behind her that might have been Paraffin. Honestly, let's see real quick. No, it's God. It says God. Yeah, it was 2018. Huh. Okay. It was 2017. They dropped Rome, maybe, I believe. I do remember listening to it, but it was Paraffin when I really came around to Arm & Hammer. And I came around like I didn't like them, but just started to, consistently listen and appreciate what they do. Both of those brothers are something else. And DJ Preservation, my intro to him was, at least in the form of a project, was 2020 when he dropped, what was it? Western Illness, Eastern Medicine. Am I getting that right, or is it the other way around? Eastern Medicine, Western Illness. Let me see real quick. Eastern. Let's see. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was Western Illness, Eastern Medicine, Western Illness. Dropped in May of 2020. Late May of 2020. I remember, yeah, it was late May. It sure was. Yeah. Man, 2 years later, here we go. Let's go ahead and drop. Let's go ahead and get right into this. I'm sorry if I'm a little off a little right now. Just recorded like 3 videos in a row, which is not really a problem, but I'm just a little tired today. And now it's starting to get to me. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. I told you I'm tired. What the world am I doing? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I already wrote this review like the past 2 reviews with Earl and Conway. I wrote them and uploaded them, posted them to oklo.com. I've just been doing that a little more recently. Usually it's record and then write the review, but it's just how it works out. It's not set in stone like my process or anything. Even though I probably should be a little more focused and be more consistent, like back before 2020. But anyway, I was starting to review less in 2019 anyway. But let's go ahead and get right into it. I was first introduced to Billy Woods when he dropped Known Unknowns in 2017. That's what the album was from him personally. But I was first made aware of him in 2015 due to the praise of Today I Wrote Nothing. And yeah, I already told you about Arm & Hammer, his work with the Lucid, and Preservation. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Asylum is the opening track where Billy speaks on appointing himself into his own asylum, how he lives in his mind and finds himself locked in his house, where getting out is a blessing. He speaks on how he gives himself a daily mission in order to get through it, and just his mentioning of guests being doubtful of their absent host made me think not only of him but of the former president of Ethiopia that he mentioned at the beginning of the track, was Mengistu Haile Mariam, possibly being a person of power who was depraved, which does not sound foreign at all still now, with people in power, and he just wants his guests to love him. And this thought was pushed further by the clip at the end from Congi's Harvest, movie from 1970. Shout out to Genius for the info, where a man describes the joy of living in a cage, but was given a different perspective from his handler. Man. But yeah, that further context just makes me think differently of what I originally took away from the song. But it's still interesting to think of just think of it that way, that there's this person in power that just lives in their own metaphorical cage. That president in particular had his own political conflicts, was anyway. And the next track here, No Hard Feelings, the beat here is looming, it's brewing, and it's suspenseful. After being hit with discrimination and profiling, this brother just shakes it off like it's no hard feelings. And he even finds himself waking up to a text reading no hard feelings from the person that stood him up. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? This next track, my main takeaway from Wars is that it's a is that it's a fitting track given how the chorus goes with the tribal and primal seance-like beat. Here's the chorus here. Cannibal tours, they all came all fours. Waterborne eyes like jaws. Bones litter the beach gnawed. Cracked meat out the beast's claws. Cannibal tours, they came on. Yeah. Like I said, it just kind of, the chorus kind of, it just goes with it. So that was cool. Now the next track, we see the first features at least on this next track I'm going to talk about. Savage, featuring Gabe Nandis and Bodie James. This track is about the savage lifestyles, whether it's the MCs themselves and or even the experiences of those they knew, ran with, etc. And Billy touched on examples like Dr. Dre being a savage for shooting his uncle, for being, beating his mom, and just starting junior year, 11th grade, like it's nothing. And the lengths that a girl went to have sex with him, savage upbringings, things like that. It was Boldy talking about being a savage in the game, both games, and learning the tricks of the trade to get something for himself. And Gabe, he painted the picture of the anti-savagery theme well on his verse. Just no savagery, like no collar on my neck, no secret, savage, kamikaze jets, no leasage, orage, domino effect, no sequence, damage, holla at me man, no meekness, no collar on my neck, and then it keeps going. It was a 2x. Now the next track we'll talk about is Doldrums, and it had to be titled Doldrums because there's not much happening here with this beat, honestly. Just nothing really happens till it do, is what Billy says. And but again, not much really happening here. But Billy just speaking of, shit just happening, and shit does happen. Shit does happen. But for self, you got to get up and get it. Get out there and make something happen. Like, you don't work, you don't eat type thing. Now the next track we're talking about is 9X featuring Elucid and Quelle Chris and Denmark Vesey. Oh, it's loaded, baby. It's loaded. So yeah, back to the features here, which lead to a plethora to follow in future tracks. Things are happening here. The beat is lively and the energy from the MCs is there to match. Everybody wants to be the next big thing is the theme here. Said he had a vision. Said he had a system. Said he was the one true and living. Said he had a mission. Said we in a prison. It's like, that was part of the chorus, and it just speaks to, like, that kind of hunger. Like, I want to be the next big thing. So a brother man comes in like, yeah, I got a vision. Like, I got a system. I'm the one true and living. I'm on a mission. Our people, we in a prison. Or the people are in a prison. Now, Mike Ladd is featured on the track Christine. Now, this was like the calm after and before the storm. And I consciously say calm because it's calm after the storm of the last track, but I'd imagine what Billy deals with on the inside is far from calm, given what he speaks on, like his parents arguing, being in and out of good dreams, run-ins with the law, etc. The calm he maintains through all of this is admirable and serves before the storm that's to come. That is Mike Ladd's verse. The beat itself storms up a bit, and Mike's intensity and attitude and detail storms up as the verse progresses, while he still remains calm himself, while still at the same time riling up a little bit, like I said. Now we arrive at a track that I was an immediate fan of on my first listen with Heavy Water. The beat just drew me right in. It did. The song features LP and Breeze Bruin. Shout out to Breeze Bruin. I got familiar with him in, I want to say it was 2020. I got more familiar with him, and I want to say it was 2021. Might have heard something from him in 2020, like he was featured. But yeah. been up on the name for a little bit. And I must admit that I'm only so in touch with what this track is about exactly. Just given the title and the bombardment of info and subjects and references, I'm going to go with this track serves as a heavy supply of water to drink. I mean that metaphorically, of course. It's a heavy supply. Like it's a lot here, which is not abnormal for a Billy Woods project at all. But this one, it was just more loaded. I guess it should be. You have two features, so they, of course, they pile onto it. So it was cool to see. Like I said, I was only but so in touch with this track, so I don't want to speak too much on it, but I did like it. Now, my man Fat Boy Sharif was featured on the next track, Harlem, Haarlem. Now, I came to find out that this track references the city of Haarlem, located in the Netherlands. Par of the course, given the artist, that I'm getting this anti-imperialism vibe from this track, which is based. In the second half of the track, there's a beat transition that really drives that vibe home. Now the next track I'm speaking about is Versailles, and that was another track where I was drawn to on my first listen. I was just drawn right in. It's anti-capitalism, anti-tyranny here, based again. For Despot to be featured here is perfect. Just given his alias and what this track is anti about. And great production from Prez here. It was one of those tracks where it was like, gotta shout out the production anyway, because he produced the whole album. It's a collab effort, but this track in particular, shout out to Prez, man, it's great. And the next track, Proto Evangelium, featuring Shinehead. It's a bit of a standout track. Proto Evangelium is a 2nd century infancy gospel telling of the Immaculate Conception. Now, I'm just gonna read this real quick. Read this quote from I want to say it was the first verse. See how your man move, all him raps is null and void, disregarded. The game thick with con artists and hucksters. Flip a cardboard box, 3-card Monty, social justice. That's a no for me, beloved, and the rhymes are mostly rubbish. I get it, trying to pay the rent, but that's not black empowerment. That's just you trying to play the rent. Niggas got a lot of nerve, I'll give them that, but I don't believe a word I see through the act. I see how you trying to switch up the past. If you come for me, brother, make sure you stop for gas. I'm like, man, nigga. Billy boy. And then they got the bridge here with Shinehead. Who the cap fits, let him wear it. Check it out. Now there's a woman at the end of this fuse, and we bring it to you live. Get on network news. Live if you want to live. Now you gonna get what you want. Do you want more? Now you get what you want. Do you want more? I was like, man, what does you want more? I was like, whew. Now, the cold felt on the beat of Remorseless itself is remorseless. It doesn't let up. It's just a cold beat. As well as how matter of fact Billy is. Like he's cold. He's matter of fact about it on the mic, about the subjects that he touches on. Like talking about how cruel the world is and how it seems like it just ain't gonna get better. So anything that you want out of it, you might as well just get it for yourself. And I'd agree. Not that I'm, anti-social type of thing. Nothing like that. But anything you want, it's like, you know what? Unless you know these people, you better off probably just getting it for yourself. You don't know these people, like their intentions, their history, all that type of stuff. So it's like, you probably, unless you with your boys or your folks, you might just be better off going on by yourself. And Smith plus Cross, all I really have to say about it is that it's a beautiful, well-placed outro track. And my summary that I wrote was that I must sit with this album and unpack it even further. And when I'm more satisfied with my takeaways, I'll record my video review, like right now. With that said, in terms of where I am or where I was with it for now, then, of course, this album stands as yet another appreciated conscious effort from Billy and Preservation. And yeah, that is still how I see it. Have I grown with it? Yeah, in terms of feeling it out and how it flows even more smoothly. Billy Woods and the Lucid, Arm & Hammer, and their ilk, and guys like Earl Sweatshirt, they're the same ilk to me in the sense that they make this abstract hip hop that takes, even for my ears that are at this point not virgin ears, they're well seasoned to this sound, and just this type of hip hop, from the sound to the even the abstract subject matter and how it's delivered. So where I am with it now, it is even smoother now, and just this kind of this kind of music, even for me, it takes a while sometimes for it to click. It just does. But it's always worth the wait. It always quality projects, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the consistency. I really do, from both artists here. And I expect nonetheless in the future. I don't expect any trash. I expect albums that are just as good, or maybe almost as good, or even better, because that's just how these artists are. I don't expect a fall off, or just a fall off a cliff, or some complete 180, 360 project where I just go, what the fuck is this? Not in a sense like they try something new, but where I'm like, this just ain't good. I'm never. That's just never gonna happen. It just ain't. So and shout out to Backwoods Studios. That's Billy's label, I believe. I believe that is his label. He created it himself. So that's dope as hell to see. But yeah, let me know what you think about this album in the comment section below, and what you think about my review on it. If you haven't heard the album, I definitely recommend that you check it out, and that you come back and let me know what you think about it. And hit the like button if you like this review. Share the review. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the content that you see. And what I mean by that is not just this video, but just check my channel. You'll see that even though I'm not as consistent as I used to be, and I probably won't ever be as consistent as I used to be, because you just don't have that kind of time anymore. And I'm being more selective with what I review, even though I'm technically listening to more music than I've ever listened to since doing this. Starting back in late 2015, summer 2015. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for my links, so you know where to follow me, where you can find me outside of YouTube, and that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. The link to this review that's written on okayleather.com, if you want to skim through it, read it, will be in the description as well. Definitely check out okayleather.com. I'll be consistently posting new music and things like that, like I've been doing for like the past 5 years now. I'll get back to doing that because things are starting to settle down again. So ever since freaking start of the pandemic, man, just like, what the fuck. Ever since Kobe died, really, it's just like, what the fuck, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm back like it's pre-20. Even in 2019, I was starting to not review as much, but like, yeah, y'all know what it is. I'm not gonna say that I'm back like it's pre-2019, but if this channel is ever over, I'll let y'all know. It'll be a video. Like, if y'all don't hear from me for a while, an extended period, and some of y'all been around for a while, y'all know this happens. Don't worry. Like, the only way you won't hear from me again, like this channel just completely just is if I just drop. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see y'all next time.